In today's rapidly changing world, water utilities are looking for innovative solutions to better respond to the challenges they face.
We're used to doing the things that we've been doing. We're used to being wastewater treatment people or the provision of water services. And that's changed now.
Our field of vision has to be bigger than just managing the pipes and the pumps and the plants.
When you look at the pressures that are facing utilities going forward, utilities, I think, are seeing that their best answer to these challenges is to innovate.
But what does innovation mean for water utilities, big and small?
Innovation is basically not doing things the way we used to do them, or when somebody tells you that's the way we've always done it, that's a good opportunity to know you should change something.
It's not always just a widget. It can be a financial improvement. It can be improvements to business processes or services.
Building a successful innovation program requires three key ingredients: culture, engagement, and funding.
So the key ingredient of innovation is creating a culture for your work team where they can bring the best out of themselves.
You start from the bottom up. There's a bit of a groundswell or that tipping point where the mindset of the organisation, the hearts and the minds, actually believe in that.
There's a multitude of ways that facilities are starting to embrace and advance innovation. For example, a chief innovation officer or starting to set aside resources to help provide support for advancing new technologies and new innovations within the organization.
Like anything new, implementing innovative solutions is often met with resistance.
Innovation can threaten some people. They don't understand what innovation is, and therefore it creates a number of blockers. And typically, they can be not enough time, not enough money, not enough space. It's not the sort of thing we do. When you talk to someone and they look like they're getting threatened by that, try and see if you can create value against that threat.
Some of the challenges as a smaller utilities is we don't have staff, we don't have time, we don't have that capacity. On the other hand, that's our greatest strength to do it, is if we decide to do something, we're a little quicker and mean and we can focus on it and get it done.
In addition to building internal support for innovation, it's important to engage and inform all stakeholders.
Our whole goal is to get our stakeholders to tell our story. So what's important to them is also important to us.
The biggest thing we learned is to communicate with the customer. Like our assistant that we had would take pictures on her iPhone or whatever and start posting them on our Facebook site, and people became engaged and started talking to us. And today we've got a pretty good following on Facebook.
Tenacity pays off. Quick wins and early successes, telling stories and sharing those insights actually do build momentum.
Of course, getting a project approved often comes down to cost. But there are ways to fund innovation to make it accessible even for smaller utilities.
You hear a lot about funding for innovation, how you can't afford to do it. Well, you can't afford not to do these things to reduce your electrical bills, your operational costs. So how do you fund for innovation? Don't call it innovation. Just work it into your capital plan, work it into your everyday plan. We did things simple at the beginning, simple energy projects, went to LED lights, replaced blowers with turbo blowers. Just a simple business process can save you a lot of money.
As innovation grows, funding and partnership opportunities arise and are natural tools in shepherding an idea from start to finish.
By partnering with other regulatory agencies like U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, like Metro, to partner with farmers, we're able to do things more than the utility could do alone.
Many utilities are participating in our Lift Utility Working Group. One example is the city of Chicago and Denver, where they realized they were both planning to pilot the same two technologies. So instead what they did is one city piloted one of the technologies, the other city piloted the other, and then they exchanged information. And just by doing that, they were able to save hundreds of thousands of dollars and also shorten the process by 6 to 9 months.
With all the challenges facing the industry, from growing populations to climate change, water utilities have a great opportunity to truly be leaders in their community.
Innovation is about creating change and creating new value propositions for the people that we serve. So at Clean Water Services, we want to meet the needs of our citizens, the needs of our business, and the needs of the environment to create a vibrant, livable community.
I do get excited about these things. I think innovation and changing the way we do things after doing it the same way for most of my career, having an opportunity to change it and update it is just so cool.